And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. And we'll hear from Allie LaForce in just a moment. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Lucas is out there with McAdoo. Then there's Robertson. And there's Bryant. And it's Miller in at the 2. And for Charlotte, Tracy McGrady is out there with Jokic Jonas. Then it's Pierce. Then it's Flagg. And it's Pettit in the... Well, we're starting to creep, Clark, towards the midway point of the season. Isn't it amazing how fast this season can go by? You and I look at each other and say, wow, can't believe we're already here.
Well, you know, Kevin, I think it's a function of us getting older, if you will. They say time seems to move faster the older you get. So clearly, it's the same for the players as far as how fast the season goes. Opening night happens, and then before you know it, the All-Star game is coming up, and then you get to the backside of that, and it's usually all downhill to the playoffs and beyond.
There's Miller with the 3. No good that time. Here's Jokic Jonas. Pass to Pierce.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here are the Hornets now. Here's Jokic Jonas. McGrady sinks the three-pointer. McGrady's got 5 points so far.
And how about getting a hand up on McGrady, especially when he's looking to shoot from the outside.
Robertson passes to Bryant. Jazz passing it around. Here's McAdoo. Not enough on that one as it misses. So for the Jazz, their last game, a win against the Nuggets in Ball Arena. And that one's good. Flying.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
Miller against McGrady. Pass to McAdoo. Bryant dishes to McAdoo. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant.
McAdoo, a talented scorer on the block now. I mean, he knows exactly how to get the position he wants to score down there.
Here's McGrady. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
4 straight hoops. Ideal start for them.
Jazz have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. There's the pick. Here's Miller.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
And so it's Charlotte with it after the basket by Utah. And he gets the bucket.
5 buckets without a miss. That's a fantastic start.
Jazz have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. McGrady against Miller. Pass to McAdoo. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Last outing for Charlotte was a loss to the Rockets in Houston. Drives to the hoop. Here's Pettit. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. And Flagg throws it down.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here is Bryant. Following the bucket by the Hornets. Shot clock at 6. And it's Flagg with the rebound.
And you can see the defender's afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Pierce. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Here's Flagg, defended by Bryant. Pierce for 3. Lucas with rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And here comes McGrady leading the fast break. And it's out of bounds for the Hornets, and Charlotte retains possession. A different look for you. Swan's checked in, and Saraf's subbed in for Bryant. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. Make some noise. Here's Houston, covered by Robertson.
Bob McAdoo, first personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Houston, covered by Robertson. That one's in, his first shot this game.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And then Johnson with the dunk.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Robertson. No scoring in this one.
2 minutes.
Here's Miller.
2 minutes.
Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
He is on one right now, getting to his spots and executing.
1:46 left to play here in the first. Pass to Petrovic. Launches a 3. Rebounded by McAdoo. Jazz trail by 11. Now here's Robertson. Covered by Johnson. Miller outside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. A different look for Utah. Lucas comes in for McAdoo. And it's Collier in for Robertson. Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Houston, the pass to Johnson. Buries it from 3-point range. Johnson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
3.
Charlotte leading by 11. Here's Houston. Had a tough time getting anything going against the Rockets. He was a non-factor. With the drive, and he lays it straight in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Jazz have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited.
Inside, and the dunk by Ball.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Here's Houston. Back to Johnson. 1 second left. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Right back after this break. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Hornets?
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
Yaka Jonas is out there with Tracy McGrady. Then it's Flag. Then it's Johnson. And it's Pettit in at the 5 spot. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Here's Yaka Jonas. Here's Flag. No good from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Lucas. Lucas, a screen on Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot. The free throw up, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult,
the previous play is under review.
It is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay review.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
A lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. Double-check it and the game continues on.
Let's see those moves. Oh, that's nice. Somebody doesn't have rhythm.
Pierce is checked in for Johnson. Utah also making a switch. Lions checked in. The free throw drops for Lucas.
And just a soft-spoken guy. Lucas really lets his production do the talking, whether it be shooting, passing, or rebounding. The guy is the complete package.
Now, here is McGrady. He has 7. Here's the pass to Bennett. There's the triple. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Bryant. And the foul on Paul Pierce. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Utah moving it around. Pass to Bryant from downtown. Jonas grabs the rebound. McGrady with the ball. And it's Pierce in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Utah with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Saroff. He has yet to score. From deep, Bryant. The Jazz with another miss.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
Pass to McGrady. Here's Flag. It's Pierce on the wing. Here's the 3. Hit it. It's rebounded by Salon. Jazz trail by 11. Bryant passes to Cowley. It's Bryant, top of the key. Pass to Saroff. Here's Collier. Offline with his 3. It's Pierce on the wing, defended by Bryant. And Pierce, here we go. And Paul Pierce with the slam.
And finally, someone scored.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Fine. Well, you know, he may be a bit undersized at the 4, but he makes up for it with his athleticism.
Here's Jonas. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Flag. And it's off from three-point range. Jazz trail by 11. To the inside. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
The shot by Jonas, no good. Right side, Bryant. Trains it from beyond the arc. Bryant's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
That's right, fans. Here are your honeybees.
Teams changing it up here.
For your honeybees.
Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. And led by as many as 14 points. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gordon's got his first points in the... this one.
And they repeatedly broke inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Robertson drives in, and here's Bryant outside. And the Jazz with another 3.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Outside for Korver. Outside Gordon. Here's Houston. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And Utah making a change here. Champagne's checked in.
Number 0, Justin Champagne.
It's the Jazz's ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Salon, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
Now here's Gordon. Here's Houston. Misses the three.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And Salon gets it to go. Salon's got 7.
A lackluster effort on defense gave him the look he wanted.
1:31 left to play here in the half. And stolen by Bryant. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots, so a good start.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's Korver, still without a basket.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
51 seconds left here in the second. No problem knocking that one down. Miller's got the lead up to 3 now for the Jazz.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Gordon goes in. Robertson with the steal. Here's Salon. He goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Tyson Chandler.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Now, here's Johnson. 7 points in the game. Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it. Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Jazz have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
The teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. Going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off.
The previous play is under review.
Listen, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
Yeah, the replay center in Secaucus is providing the officials with the necessary footage to make the call. We're seeing.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hand.
And even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves after the replay moves them right. They're like, see, we had it right all along. So, good call, fella.
And that concludes the first half. Jazz lead by 7. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fest.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the...
Look here now at Charlotte. This hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for. They've let a number of winnable games slip away, but do not sleep on them. Oh, sorry about that. They have the talent to kick it into high gear and right down the stretch.
And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the Jazz.
They're getting good looks from...
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Lucas. Miller is out there with Robertson. And there's Bryant, and it's McAdoo in at the center position.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
There's the drive.
Style, McGrady punishing the D for giving him that kind of airspace.
Jazz leading by 7. And here's Miller, down low. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. You got to play without fouling.
And both free throws good for McAdoo.
The most impressive thing about McAdoo is how diverse his game is. Attacking the rim, hitting jump shots. He's got a lot of ways to punish it. It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Robertson. Pettit grabs the board. Pettit's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pierce kicks to McGrady. In the corner, it's flat. 5 to shoot. Back to McGrady. Over Miller. It's good, and the Jazz lead get down to 5 on the bucket from McGrady.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Miller against McGrady. And the foul on Kasper Jonas.
Second personal foul.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Team foul.
At the elbow, it's Bryant. Lucas kicks to Miller. 6 to shoot. And Miller throws it down hard!
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that guy. It would be 4 in a row for him now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
McGrady against Miller. Pass to McAdoo. Good. And Miller gets the assist. McAdoo's got 8 points.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Now McGrady, 14 points for him. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, McGrady is just going off right now. He's enjoying himself and going after buckets with reckless abandon.
Kicks it out to Bryant. That 3 off the mark. Hornets trail by 4. Here's Jonas. Makes it off the glass. Jonas has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Perfect start coming out of the half. Really like the execution.
Robertson outside. Pass to Lucas. No one near him. Again, the Jazz score.
Positioning and spacing, angle. Lucas understands where to get his jump shot and when.
McGrady left side. Going inside. Here's Pettit. And it's sent back by McAdoo. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Close games often come down to who makes the big plays on defense. And that is one heck of a rejection right there.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
All right, everybody. Now coming into the floor is your scoring squad. Bringing you your main
Utah making a change here. So long. Swan's checked in.
Heading to the court, it's your Swan Squad. Let's go. Substitution on the court. Once again, that was your Swan Squad.
And here's Corbin from the arc. Lucas with the rebound. Lucas has got his 5th rebound in this one. Robertson outside. Here's Miller. And Bull pulls it down.
Operating from mid-range. That's a shot he likes. I mean, I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Lucas dishes to Miller, and he converts the layup. Miller's got 17. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Utah.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issues defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And also, they've made it a point to push it off turnovers, that they're playing smart and alert, capitalizing on mistakes.
It's good. And now it's an 8-point Utah lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
2 minutes.
Here's Houston, and he banks in the layup.
Just attacking the basket there. Houston drives it with such force for the finish.
Miller against Johnson. Pass to McAdoo. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And the basket is good. Now just a 4-point Jazz lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And the first time out of the game called for Utah. A different look for Utah. Saraf, he's checked in for McAdoo. And it's Collier in for Miller. Jazz leading by 4. Robertson outside. Here's Saraf. Another miss by Utah.
Dismissed the defender right there, but couldn't take advantage.
Bull finds Johnson. Here's Houston, covered by Robertson. Bull, a screen on Robertson. It's rebounded by Robertson. For Utah, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Can't complete the alley-oop. It's Schrempf on the wing. Still yet to score. The 3 from Korver. Lucas with the rebound. Lucas has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Robertson outside. Salon, no good. Hornets trail by 4. It's deflected. Driving to the basket. Collier, that's good.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting to it.
And he uses the glass on the lane. And it's 9 points for Johnson.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Jazz out in front, up by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
Yeah, and as a 2-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it's really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. Wag is out there with Johnson. Then it's Tracy McGrady. Then there's Janka Jonas. And it's Pettit in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the Hornets' 5.
That's his second tray of this half of the game. He's got 9 points from beyond the arc.
Here's Janka Jonas. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Hornets lead by 1. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Charlotte.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. The team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Here's a check-in for Charlotte.
Number 34, Paul Pierce.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Clock at 4. Takes a step back. Collier. That's good.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Oh, man.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
And it's Miller in the corner. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. It's off to Boston for them after this game as they take on the Celtics. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Out left to the wing. Here's down low. Covered by Miller. Here's Coop.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint.
The Jazz called timeout. Nice game. Great performance by Tracy McGrady.
He is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
All right, guys, give it up for your hip-hop crew.
For Utah. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
During that break, the coach of the Jazz had some words for his team. Coach telling their team, this is a tight one. We need full effort defensively, 1 or 2 stops, and we will win this game. A coach preaching defense, a familiar tune.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Pierce. McGrady outside. Lets the 3 fly. Bryant with the rebound. Stolen by Pierce. Pass to Flag. Off target at the rim. Jazz trail by 3. Miller the pass to McAdoo. And stolen by Flag. Here's Jonas. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Miller. Here's McAdoo. And the layup's good off the glass.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now.
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
Lucas is checked in for Utah. Robertson comes in for Collier. A bit under 3.5 minutes advanced here in the fourth. McAdoo misses. The Hornets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Here's Jonas. To the paint, head it. Up and in on the layup. And the Hornets lead by 3.
And points in the paint are a sure thing when Pettit's on the floor. Just got too much game down low. He may not have the bulk of some of the other guys, but doesn't matter. And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Robertson with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And he makes that one count.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Johnson. Here's Flack. Oh, the dunk. Either team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
First team foul. At the line for Charlotte, Flag. Shooting.
Free throw good. Flag. And so Miller will bring it up for the Jazz. Now here's Robertson. Tight defense on him. Cream from outside.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
McGrady outside. A huge two-handed slam.
Hey, when this team needs a basket, they look at McGrady, and he rarely disappoints.
Miller outside. Got a hand on it. 1:46 left in the game. McGrady outside. Johnson outside. 6 on the shot clock. From outside. Can't get it to go. Utah has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. And that one is good.
In a key spot, they turn to McAdoo. Mac can do.
Now, here is McGrady. Oh, what a finish. He has here in the fourth quarter. Still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the shot.
Miller.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
There's a screen.
The ball handling of TMac, really impressive. Watching him. This guy is a thing of beauty. Puts a lot of time into his ball handling. You can tell.
The Jazz call timeout. Oh, Pierce is checked in for Johnson. Now Miller. Shoots the three. He drills the three.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's throwing like this, watch out.
Here's Flack. Oh, the slam dunk.
Yeah, and you got to respect the size McGrady has. Easily seen over the defense there to spot the open man.
Missed on the three. So it's the Hornets now. He takes it in. Oh, what a play inside.
Big time bucket there. They got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
The Jazz call timeout. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw.
Here's Miller. And so it's the Hornets who come out on top. that was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Tracy McGrady.